top tip would be, whenever the company's looking to make a change, ask yourself, why are they looking to make that change, and what is it they're looking to achieve by making that change? So for example, when the 4-month manager came in, I believe the company is trying to create more stable manager businesses that lead on to more eagles. So once we understand that, we align ourselves with the company and work towards creating and following that plan.
So my top tip would be, don't limit yourself. It's very, very rare that we get access to a billion-dollar business that's ready-made for us, where there's no limitations. And I think if I were to look back at some of my best months personally and some of the weakest months personally, it's where I've been stretching beyond what I thought I was capable of, where the magic really happened. So really don't underestimate what you can do in the space of a quarter, a half year, or a year. Just be consistent every day. And why not you? Why not now? Somebody's got to stand here, and we've got exactly the same business in all of our hands. So dream big and reach for the stars.
So I'm Diana Page, and I'll tell you my story a little bit later, so we'll save that for my slot. But I've been with Forever 16 and a half years, and the thing that stands out more than anything beyond my passion for the products, my passion for the opportunity, is the support that is in place to help each and every one of us. And I actually can't count how many success days I've been to in 16 and a half years, but in 16 and a half years, I reckon I've only missed 4. And that's not a coincidence that I've developed a business that is going to pay me for the rest of my life and my children for the rest of their lives. So my top tip is stay plugged into the training. Look at the diary at the beginning of the year, put in all of the Success Day events. Look at the diary now for the rest of the year, put in the advisory board training events, put in your team webinars, your team masterclasses, put in your local business presentations. All of that goes in the diary at the beginning of the year. It is no different when you're in a job. You put in your diary that you're at work from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. In Forever, that is your day in the office, is plugging into the events. It's not just about what you're going to learn, it's about how you're going to feel and the motivation, injection you're going to get keep on the path to success. The training is the vital ingredient to going the distance in this business. And why wouldn't you? You get the best support in the industry. So plug into the training.
So my name is Lisa Prescott, and my background is as a police officer. I've been with Forever 4 years now, and my top tip is find your level of consistency. Because you might look at the person to one side who's speaking to 10 people a day in the business, and you might, somebody else might not be telling any. You have to find what works for you. Don't overwhelm yourself, because the way I feel about my business is that I've never boom and bust. I'm not one of these people that's on it for a week and then they're off it, so just keep going. Find what works for you. Don't be going full pelt 1 minute and then taking a few weeks off. Just find what works and stay there. And it's that level of consistency, day in, day out. Don't overwhelm yourself. If your level of consistency is 2 people a day, speak to 2 people, but commit to doing it every single day because it works.
Hi, my name is Emma Cooper, and the same as Lisa, I was also a police officer before I started Forever. My advice is to be realistic, and I don't mean be realistic in terms of what you can't achieve, but actually more so what you can. So lots of us think of things in our heads and we think, oh, be realistic, that's not going to happen, or everybody knows about Forever. Well, Lisa and I had the conversation last night. All the people we're speaking to at the moment have never heard of Forever, and be realistic. There are 800, 1,000 of us in the room today. There are 63 million people in the UK. Be realistic. Everybody has not heard of Forever. And so I think when you are realistic of, you're terrified of contact marketing, be realistic. What's the worst that's going to happen? You might meet a lovely lady like you heard from Cheryl earlier in a park and become friends with her. you know, even maybe not even business partners, but just always remain realistic. You know, your thoughts can get involved and you can make up all this crazy stuff that's going to happen or that's not going to happen. But if you're realistic about it, all we got to do is tell some people about a business opportunity and tell some people about a product and build a really amazing team environment where people genuinely want to be a part of it because you've developed some really great friendships. It's not really rocket science. But this can get a bit fuzzy, so just always remain realistic. Thank you.
So, hi, I'm Julianna Bevan, and my background is in corporate world. So I was in banking for about 9 years, and I've been in Forever for 8 years now. And my biggest advice to you would be believe in yourself. I think that sometimes that is the massive thing that's lacking. You could be doing all the activity in the world, but if your belief isn't behind it, people might not buy you. Because if you don't buy you, how do you expect somebody else to buy you? So stand up, stand strong, own yourself, own your business, own your belief, and always know that you can take yourself further than what you ever thought that you could, and stick to that, and success is there for the taking.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Heeley. My background's actually in marketing. I got made redundant twice and then finally listened to my mum after 10 years of her talking to me about Forever. So I've been in the business for 13 years and I'm not going to change my top tip because other people have said it, because there's a reason that we're all up here, that we're all on the leadership team, because we're all consistent. And consistency is what's going to build a long-term business. You've got to build your business every single day. Now, on your journey in Forever, every one of you is going to come across a challenge, or you might be like me and come across loads of challenges. And those challenges, you can either decide not to go to work and ask yourself, if you're in a job, what happens when you don't go to work? You're going to end up losing that job and not getting paid. So when those challenges come into your life, you've got to remember that consistency and going to work every day on your business despite what's going on in your life. And that also means your social media as well. So a lot of people, when they're going through challenges, they stop posting on their social media, and all that happens is your network thinks you've stopped doing that business. You've stopped doing that aloe thing, whatever your network think. So consistency is really important through whatever's going on in your life if you want to build a long-term business.
Hi everyone, so I'm Debbie Nwangwa and I've been in the business now for 7 years. So my background was actually in the oil and gas industry. I'd been in that industry for over 10 years when I looked at this. And my top tip is actually about why I joined. I joined so that I could send my kids to private school. It was something that I always wanted to do, and I'd fallen in love with that particular way of educating my children, but I couldn't afford it. So my top tip is really just to not lose sight of exactly why you joined Forever. You know, we've all got many, many different reasons, especially even just in the leadership team, but don't lose sight of that, because it's completely changed my life and my kids' lives over the last 7 years. And don't forget what they're going to learn from this as well. You know, they've become really well-rounded individuals because of this environment that they've grown up in over the last 7 years. So for that, I'm really, really proud. And you just need to ask yourselves, what did you join for? Thank you.
So some great tips there, yeah? Well, in addition to this group, we have Natalie Valenti, Adam May, and John Curtis and Jane Leach, who can't be with us today. And I just want to say I'm really proud of everything that you do for Forever UK. Thank you for your support and thank you for your great tips today.